Good evening, everyone. Today is 6/17, I think, 2014, about 9 o'clock or night. Or so. It's been a while since I've done one of these blogs. Been having a crazy life the last month or so. So I'm going to do a quick recap of kind of last month, and then yeah, it's not going to be all intense and everything because I've done a lot. So I actually went in and I got off of BRAF. I was on Eurovoy for I did two cycles. I was supposed to go in for a third today. We'll get to that in a little bit. And during that time, I did radiation, did 20 days of radiation. So they re-radiated this area, got this tumor, and got this tumor, which was interesting. While I've been off BRAF and on the IPI, you can see my face. Like you can see the vitiligo a little bit better here. It's starting to come down through here, which is nice. My chin looks like it's starting to have that vitiligo, it's a great sign. It means my immune system's kind of kicking in and really going after it. So that's really exciting, really encouraging. Some of the stuff I've seen, tumor growth, you can see I got these are new coming up and around my neck. This is going to just look funky, so I'm just going to show you, but just up here and then behind my ear. I don't know if you guys can see that if I'm holding the phone correctly, but that's where a bunch are. I have one here. I got some, let's see, down here under my armpit over here. Let's see if we can show you that right here. I got one that is coming up. I can't remember where that one is. There's one on my back, on both sides of my kind of shoulder blades. I can feel one, I think in my, like kind of the tissue over on this side, right there, in fact. I got some coming up on my head, so they kind of have a line right here. Got the one in my back's kind of coming back. Let's see, what else was there? I think that's all that they saw for now. And then there's one I think still in my arm, which is not perfect, but it's not ideal. But it is what it is. They were saying with Eurovoy and the immune response, it takes about 12 weeks. I've only gone through 2 cycles. It's been about 9 weeks, so that leads to kind of this last week where I went and on Wednesday I just was feeling I haven't been able to sleep really well for the last probably 2 weeks. Had some insomnia, kind of been going crazy, and part of that is so 2 weeks ago on Monday I go into my office and talk with my CEO, and he tells me he quit. So he resigned, gave me his 2 weeks, and just up and left. So that was fun. Found out about 3 hours later my CFO was also quitting. So I had to go back and step into Molding Box and kind of take it over. And when I got there, it was just it's crazy, right? It's been a challenge to get back in, to kind of pick up the pieces. There was a lot of things that we thought were truth that weren't. There was a lot of stuff that needed some changing. Had to do some layoffs, which I feel sad for the people that got laid off, but the company needs to run, and it just wasn't being run the way we thought it was. So kind of stepping into a situation that wasn't ideal, got that stress on top of me, and it was day 11. I just finished my 11th day of radiation when I went in, and my CEO told me that, so thanks. Along with that, went there, that was 2 weeks ago. I was supposed to be in LA this whole last week with the family, just seeing family, but it couldn't go down until Thursday or Friday. On Wednesday, had some really weird behavioral changes, like just called Paula, and we were getting into a fight over nothing, like just angry over nothing. It was just crazy. I actually had to call a friend to come and pick me up. I just literally, after like 30 minutes of talking, we just kind of stopped, and I just said, "Baby, this isn't right. Like I don't feel right. I don't know what's going on. I feel really strange. I don't, and she's like, I don't think you should be alone." I agreed with her, so called a friend. Sean and Erica, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the time they came. Sean picked me up. I went to their house, slept over there, went to dinner with them the next night, and just hung out with the family, and really felt a lot better, but just felt really strange. So I talked to my doctor on Wednesday night, or on Thursday, and went in for a CT scan or an MRI on Friday. So I was supposed to leave for LA at Friday at 1, but ended up leaving at 5 because my CT scan was at 3:45 or 4 o'clock. So got that done, got results. My pineal gland, which is right in the center of your brain, like literally center here and center this way, was inflamed. They thought it was just a reaction from the IPI. It was part of the endocrine system. So great. Went to LA. Everything was fine and dandy. Was down there until yesterday. Came home this morning. Went up to the hospital. Got my blood work done like usual. Was sitting there waiting for Dr. Grossman to just kind of say everything's fine, and then get on to my third round of Yervoy, the ipilimumab, which I've been on. But he came in, our nurse was saying, oh, it's still, everything seems fine. We should be able to get this knocked out, get your next one done, and, the path to anti-PD-1 and everything like that. But he walked in, he's like, I don't have the best news for you. He's like, we're actually thinking that one in your brain's a tumor, so we can't keep you on IPI. We need to kind of treat it a little bit, more aggressively. So they gave me some steroids to kind of help bring that down. I'm starting Tamarol or Tamarin or something like that tomorrow, which is a chemotherapy drug. It's an oral one that'll go in. It passes the blood-brain barrier, so I'm going to attack that. I think on the 27th I go in and do this SRS radiation, which is targeted directly to that. So it's pretty cool. It's like different, they use different angles, and it's not really harmful to the tissue because it's just the angle, but it's where they cross that it's super high concentrated, and so they can target it a lot better than just like typical radiation and stuff like that. So I go in, I think on the 27th is when I go and do that. And yeah,